Something strange is happening in the skies over the Middle East. Satellite images reveal that the United States has quietly withdrawn its aircraft from Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. American, British, and Qatari jets, all gone. Is this a strategic repositioning or preparation for something much bigger? Chapter 1. Signs of escalation. The U.S. withdrawal comes just days after reports of increased Israeli airstrikes on Iranian targets. This isn't just routine redeployment. When the United States moves its aircraft out of Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, one of its most strategic air hubs in the Middle East, it signals that Washington is either bracing for or trying to avoid a major regional escalation. The timing is key. These withdrawals come right after Israeli airstrikes intensified across suspected Iranian facilities, suggesting coordinated pre-war positioning. Meanwhile, American warships are leaving ports in Bahrain. The U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, headquartered in Bahrain, serves as a critical force for maritime dominance in the Persian Gulf. The departure of several warships could mean multiple things: repositioning for greater flexibility, making room for European allies, or even reducing visibility ahead of potential hostilities. Either way, it's not business as usual. European naval vessels are gathering in the Persian Gulf. France, the UK, and other NATO-aligned nations have reportedly increased their naval presence near the Strait of Hormuz, a vital oil choke point. The buildup mirrors the kind of international alignment seen in pre-conflict scenarios, where deterrence and preparation often blur. And then there's Iran. Footage now shows Tehran evacuating civilians, a move that strongly suggests fear of incoming strikes. Even more alarming, Iranian forces are reportedly hunting foreign operatives, potentially linked to Israel's Mossad. It's the kind of internal sweep that often precedes war, aimed at securing key locations and eliminating intelligence leaks. In short, the pieces are moving, and the question remains, are we witnessing calculated deterrence or the countdown to direct confrontation? Chapter 2. Russia and China enter the scene. President Putin has now warned the United States, do not try to overthrow the Iranian government. This is not an empty statement. Coming from the Kremlin, such a warning reflects more than just diplomacy. It signals a geopolitical red line. Moscow may not have boots on the ground in Iran, but it's making one thing crystal clear: regime change in Tehran is unacceptable. After all, Russia sees Iran not only as a strategic partner in countering Western influence, but also as a buffer against NATO expansion in the region. Russia claims it won't interfere militarily, but it's clearly drawing a red line. This ambiguity is intentional. By declaring non-intervention publicly, while simultaneously issuing strong warnings, Russia maintains plausible deniability, yet keeps pressure on Washington and Tel Aviv. It's a page out of the Cold War playbook, deterrence through ambiguity. At the same time, flights from China to Iran are increasing. The skies tell a different story. According to open-source trackers and intelligence leaks, China has sharply increased its air cargo operations to Iran in recent days. These aren't commercial trips. The contents, while officially undisclosed, are believed to include advanced guidance systems, air defense missiles, and encrypted communications technology, all crucial assets if Iran expects to withstand an Israeli or US-led assault. Taken together, the message is clear. While the West weighs escalation, both Moscow and Beijing are quietly fortifying Iran, diplomatically, technologically, and logistically. The conflict may not be global yet, but the great powers are already taking sides. Chapter 3. Iran's missile signal. Iran has showcased its Sejjil missiles, with a range of over 2,000 kilometers. This isn't just military bravado. By publicly revealing its Sejjil ballistic missiles, Iran is making a calculated move on the geopolitical chessboard. The Sejjil is a solid-fueled, medium-range ballistic missile capable of reaching deep into the heart of Israel and far beyond. That's enough to reach not just Israel, but southern Europe. Rome, Athens, and even parts of Eastern Europe fall within its range. In other words, this is not just a threat to Tel Aviv, it's a signal to NATO and the EU. Iran wants Europe to think twice before joining any military intervention or supporting an Israeli strike. Analysts say this is more than a show of strength. its strategic deterrence. By raising the stakes, Iran hopes to prevent war through the threat of escalation. It's telling the world, if you come for us, we won't just defend, we'll retaliate across borders, across continents. It's a message. If attacked, we will strike back, far and wide. And it's working. The West must now consider not just the cost of striking Iran, but the price of what comes after. Chapter 4. Waiting for a trigger. So far, the U.S. military has held back. For now, American forces stationed across the Middle East, from aircraft carriers in the Gulf to drone bases in Jordan, remain in a state of cautious readiness. Despite the escalating Israeli airstrikes, the U.S. has not committed to direct military engagement. But this restraint may be temporary. Despite Israeli strikes intensifying, American forces remain on standby. This isn't inaction, it's calculated patience. Military assets have been repositioned, intelligence sharing has increased, and contingency plans are being updated daily. The Pentagon is watching closely, but holding its fire. But sources suggest they're waiting for a political green light, possibly from former President Trump, who many believe is influencing decisions behind the scenes. While President Biden holds the formal power, whispers in Washington suggest Donald Trump, likely preparing for a 2024 return, is shaping Republican foreign policy behind closed doors. His allies in Congress, as well as several military advisors, are reportedly pressuring the administration to take a firmer stance against Iran. If Trump's influence grows, a shift in U.S. posture could come not from the Pentagon, but from political back channels. In other words, the U.S. may not be absent, just waiting for the right moment and the right voice to say, go. What we're witnessing isn't just a standoff, it's a global chess game. Russia, China, the U.S., Israel, and Iran, all moving their pieces. Will it end in diplomacy or disaster? Stay tuned, because what happens next could change the Middle East forever. Like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns the mainstream media won't show you. Let us know in the comments, do you think a major war is coming? Or is this just another round of posturing?